Hi there, so welcome to Chimp on Cars. We've got a video today on reversing into a bay in a car park. So we're in a live car park. I'm going to show you roughly what it looks like. From a driver's eye perspective, I'm going to move the camera to a point where you can see roughly what it looks like for me as a driver to reverse into a bay in a car park. So I'm going to put a mic on because my head's going to be quite close to the phone. So to get the best quality sound, I'm going to get the mic on and see what it looks like from my point of view. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Chimp on Cars is about not just passing the test, but we've got some fun stuff for after your test too, and some helpful stuff for both before and after your driving test. So do subscribe and check out what we've got coming up. We've got some fun bits in the pipeline. So today's video then, so you're going to see what it looks like for me as a driver to back into a bay, and I'm going to choose a bay and go into it carefully because I'm in a live car park. There are people about, but I've chosen a quiet area of this car park to practice in, and I'd recommend you do the same. Get some practice in. Not just with your driving instructor. If you're practicing for your test, then get insurance on a parent's car or on your own car. There's a link in the description below actually for an insurance company that does some short-term insurances, and give it some practice. The more often you reverse into bays, the easier you're going to find it. Basically, it is really as simple as that. So some good quality practice would be really good for you. And you'll notice that I'm looking at the bay that I'm aiming for when I do this. I'm not lining up with a different bay. I know when I was a new instructor, I used to teach people to look at a bay 3 along and line the door mirror up with that and then swing into the bay that they was going to end up in. But I moved away from that. It's far better to look at the bay that you're actually going to end up in, because that works for after your driving test in car parks where bays are different sizes. Sometimes there are flower beds between bays, and different cars always look different too. So do look at the bay you're aiming for if at all possible. That would always be my advice, and that's certainly what I teach people to do now. So that's a great way to park, not just for your driving test, but for after your driving test too, which is obviously quite important. So let's get on with it then. Let's have a look at this driver's eye video and see what it looks like to reverse into this parking bay. So we're in the car park now, so you can see a bay back there with a lamp post behind it. I'm trying to stay out the way of the camera. I've set the camera so you get a driver's eye view of this from a Mini One. Okay, so that bay with the lamppost behind it then, it's got 2 white lines. It's the white line that's closest to us that we're most interested in, and you can see that in the window behind my passenger seat. It's a 4-door car, so it's in the rear window. And when it looks about there in my car, that's a perfect time to steer. So I'm now going to steer to full lock, checking around of course because I'm in a live car park, and that, as you can possibly see, is aiming me nicely over towards that bay. Okay, and then we get to the point to straighten up, so then we can just straighten up and go back into the bay. Okay, so trying to keep out of the way of the camera. Right then, okay, so that's how we can line up with the bay that we're aiming for. Okay, so I hope that helped. Sorry about my head being in the way for much of it, but it was the only way to get a driver's eye perspective of that. So let me know in the comments if you've got any further queries or questions. Like I said, it was mainly on the TikTok channel that people were asking for this, but I know people are going to benefit from it over here on the YouTube channel too. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more stuff, and let us know if you want anything in particular. Take care. Thanks for watching.